It is an honor to have Ted Nugent, Mr. Ted Nugent, joining me right now. He has been commenting on my Facebook page. Sir, it is an honor.
Well, Dave, I got to tell you, I have no idea how any of that works. Some stuff shows up on my phone, and I'm fascinated by people who care, people who are engaged, and people that are so radical and extreme that you dare to experiment in self-government. So you and I deserve each other. Thank you for that, because the only important, meaningful, effective American is a whistleblower and someone who monitors the corruption and the criminality that is ubiquitous. But I'm in the sacred swamps of southern Michigan, so my spirit roars on as I fight the evil and celebrate all the good that we can improvise, adapt, and overcome and manipulate. So thank you, Dave, for having me on.
Yeah, amen, sir. I mean, I worked in the mainstream legacy media for 25 years. I left right after the COVID pandemic because, as you know, all the information wasn't getting out there. And now I'm independent journalist. I also do work at other places, the Mackinac Center, but I'm able to tell the real stories. And what I'm learning is the DNR in Michigan. What is going on? Every day I am getting messages from people who feel like they are being targeted, like personally, by the DNR.
Well, I can encapsulate it thusly. I'm just a guitar player. I actually wrote Wango Tango, and I meant it. So I am the Motor City Madman because I play ferocious, intense, soulful music with the greatest musicians in the world, great songs, great audiences. The music has a life of its own, but I'm identifying that I'm just a guitar player because here's the horror, and here's going to drive people crazy when I say this, except people who are honest and knowledgeable. The guitar player, Ted Nugent, knows more about wildlife than anybody in any game department in the United States of America. They are anti-nature, they are anti-property rights, they are anti-freedom, they're anti-balance, they're anti-habitat management. The DNR, I said it in my testimony, which was just so beautiful.
Oh, I heard it.
The DNR, the Department of Natural Resources, and the Natural Resource Commission in Michigan are the enemies of wildlife, and they're the enemies of we the people, because we the people have a system. It's been perfected over the years. It's called sustained yields. It's a science. It's a definitive, conclusive science that habitat has X carrying capacity, that wildlife has X population dynamics, winter severity index, and various weather conditions being what they are. But we put that into the equation. We have more deer, more bear, more turkey, more mountain lions, more waterfowl than ever in recorded history, because we the people, not King George DNR, we manage our private property for the healthiest, most thriving biodiversity in the history of the United States of America since record keeping.
Has
the
it always been
DNR
this way?
are
Or is it
so
getting,
out of control.
Yeah, is it getting worse, or has it always been this way?
No, it's you know, I'm 77. You can tell by the disheveled look and the glorious hunting season of Michigan. I started hunting with my mom and dad and my brother Jeff in 1949. I was in diapers. I was only 10 months old. I didn't get a deer that year, but my point is that I lived with wildlife for 77 years. My radar, because I've been clean and sober, my radar actually worked. Clean and sober for 77 years, by the way. And so I cherish the spirit of the wild. That's the name of our successful TV show, my successful music, the absolute mantra of conservation families in America. I can't begin to explain other than just wild corruption, deceit, dishonesty, and anti-independence, because the ultimate independent lifestyle is self-sufficiency, farming, ranching, hunting, fishing, and trapping, where we walk the sacred ground and we know the balance of the wildlife. The people in a Lansing office on a computer screen don't know anything, and they're dictating policy to real hands-on conservationists, and they're ruining people's lives with their bad policies that are not based on science. So I'm a thorn in their side, which, by the way, Dave, that's why I love you. We the people are supposed to be a thorn in the side of bureaucrats demanding accountability, and that's all that I'm doing.
Are you proud to see now that it seems like I've been doing a lot of these stories, you've been commenting and sharing, and a lot of them the DNR has backed down, dealing with the man who rehabs ducks, the woman who rehabs animals in Metro Detroit. That people are starting to speak up. Is that good? You encourage more people to take a stand?
Well, again, take a stand. The people take a stand. As if that's a new concept.
Exactly.
I'm a radical because I live by truth, logic, and common sense, and I know that our quality of life is determined by the quality of air, soil, and water, which can only be determined by healthy, thriving wildlife habitat. Quality air, soil, and water doesn't come from the mall. It doesn't come from Disneyland as they rape and pillage the Everglades. Quality air, soil, and water comes from people who walk our ground, both public and private, because the public ground is our ground. Those are our trees. Those are our resources. And I have so many things to say. The healthiest board feet of timber in the United States of America is always found on private property. So is the healthiest balanced wildlife. And the DNR, for example, I'll give you the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
The sandhill crane is a federal migratory game bird known as a ribeye in the sky. Ribeye, that would be food. It's sacred flesh. We have a moral resource stewardship duty to show respect for ribeyes in the sky by harvesting the surplus and eating them. To not be allowed to eat a ribeye in the sky in the state of Michigan is immoral, which means that the DNR who supports such a policy, they are immoral. And Dave Bondy, keep it on the record, even though I do it on my Real America's Voice Spirit Campfire every week. Our Spirit of the Wild TV show. My name is Ted Nugent. I kill sandhill cranes and I eat them. Arrest me. I dare you.
Wow. So I'm a young person. I grew up with a hunting family. We're losing hunters. There's not as many hunters out there. And then you hear the state of Michigan, some of them are proposing to raise the hunting fees. Don't we need to encourage more people and even younger people to get out in the woods?
Dave, there is a runaway policy by the bureaucrats in game departments all across I'm working in all 50 states. If I look tired, it's because I get up every day and hunt, and I work in all 50 states. I could give you unlimited, eternal examples. There's more grizzly bears in Wyoming and Colorado and Montana being killed in self-defense than ever in recorded history because grizzly bears are not endangered. They haven't been endangered since 1970. They're way beyond the rehabilitation numbers that we set out to do when they were endangered, and now they're overpopulated. They should open the damn season. So I get, Shemaine and I are approached everywhere we go, and we are so humbled that people care what we say because we know we speak truth, logic, and common sense from actual lifestyle experience. People are heartbroken and livid. People are quitting fishing because a grandpa got a ticket for helping their granddaughter cast a line on Grandchildren's Day.
And that's happening nationwide.
The game warden gave grandpa a ticket.
Wow.
A little girl hit a hen turkey when she was legally hunting turkey. They called the game warden and said, my daughter, the shot spread and killed a hen along with the gobbler. They gave her a ticket when she called it in. They should have said, thank you, young lady. You were raised right to be conscientious and lawful. Here's a special permit to keep the hen turkey, have a nice dinner. I'm telling you, they're jack-booted thugs. Not all of them, Dave, but only the guilty need to feel guilty.
And it's nationwide, you're saying. It's not just Michigan we're dealing with. It's across the country.
Every state is victimized by overzealous, overreaching, jack-booted thugs who will literally sit on overpass watching for a guy coming home from a dream mule deer hunt in Colorado, and because they haven't boned the meat, they take away his deer on the CWD. Chronic wasting disease is a scam. No deer herd has ever been hurt by chronic wasting disease. The science is conclusive that people cannot get it from CWD positive venison. And more deer will die on Michigan highways today than all confirmed deaths by CWD ever. Dave, I don't know what their motivation is, but again, what is the ultimate American? An independent, self-sufficient American, which describes hunting, fishing, trapping, land stewardship. And I believe that with the FDA and the USDA poisoning our food system, we know, who doesn't know that? Who
Yeah.
doesn't know it's chemical warfare by bureaucrats in charge of our food and drugs and agriculture? They are poisoning us to death. The only real healthy diet is wild game. And so bureaucrats that like control don't like independent, self-sufficient people. I believe that's at the core because nothing else explains their overreach.
Gotcha. Last question, and you have a lot of fans, millions of fans. Many people come up to me every day and they ask the question, and I'll ask you, would you ever run for governor of Michigan?
You know, I've been thinking about that for many years, and I've been prodded and beseeched to do so because here's how radical I am. I'm a Christian, constitutional, conservative conservationist, which, if I may say, is the ultimate American, because that means you're paying attention to this experiment, self-government. Long answer short, excuse me. No, I'm 77. I work with people running for office, trying to guide them to be Christian, constitutional, conservative conservationists, like Tom Leonard running for governor of Michigan, like Winsome Sears running for governor of Virginia. So I am working with genuine Republicans, real Christian, constitutional, conservative conservation. Michelle Hoitenga, Hall, Ken Borton, Jay DeBuyer. We got some real quad C patriots in the Republican Party in Michigan, so we can save this once great state, because right now, politically, Michigan is like a suburb of San Francisco, and it's so embarrassing.
Ouch. The Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire airs on Real America's Voice, Saturdays at 3 Eastern, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and you're everywhere on social media, and you're a real person. You interact on my Facebook page. Not a lot of celebrities do that. You get in there and talk to people. That's unusual.
Well, Dave, I think we can all agree that the ultimate compliment, I get this all the time about my sons and daughters and my grandkids, down to earth.
Yeah.
Grounded. Well, what does down to earth and grounded mean? Like the gladiator kneeling down before battle, getting a handful of sacred earth? I'm a farmer, I'm a rancher, I'm a hunter, I'm a fisherman, a trapper. I live down to earth. I live grounded. I know that God gave us this precious gift of life. And when you say I'm a real guy, I haven't got time to play games. I'm celebrating this American dream with all the piss and vinegar and gusto I possibly can every day, which is why I'm proud to share this technology with you, because you're asking questions. And the worst American is blindly obedient. The best American is suspicious of all authority and demanding constitutional accountability from our elected employees. So thank you for that, Dave.
Thank you very much. And that's why I left the mainstream media to go at it alone, and where I can ask anything I want. And I appreciate you for taking the time.
Thanks, Dave. Happy hunting season, everybody. Raise hell. If you're not raising hell, you're not a good American.